We have a guest this morning into the studio, and I'm very happy to have him. It is Police Chief of Holden, Chris Greeley. Chris, how's that microphone working out for you?
So this is horrible. So a long time ago, I was asked to be the commencement speaker at a college, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like all excited. I'm nervous. My first time doing that sort of thing in front of all the parents and all the kids. And the microphone was droopy. It was like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like this microphone uses Viagra, and so does yours.
This is droopy. This is absolutely a droopy mic.
I'm following the microphone around the room, which is really great.
On the other side of that, I got on stage to introduce an artist one time at the old Bangor Auditorium and was told not to touch the microphone because it is a highly expensive, perfectly balanced, blah, blah, blah. And I had to stand, somebody got a picture of me standing on my toes to be able to speak into the microphone.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, and it probably was. Whoever you were introducing had it set so they could come on, and it's set at the right height. Yeah. And if you messed with it, they would have to mess with it. And they're big stars. They don't want to do that.
Right.
So, Chris, go ahead.
They should have given me a box to stand on.
Yeah, there you go. Why is Cindy carrying her box? Standing on it. Chris, feel free if the microphone droops to just do what you need to do.
Yeah, so I'm getting lower and lower. I don't know what I sound like. But
so how did the commencement speech go? Was that
it went
were
well.
you good at that? Or?
No, but thanks for asking. Well, it would have been better if I didn't have to chase the mic around with my mouth in front of 500 people, but it was, what the heck?
Well, I mean, that's an important job because you want to be realistic, but you want to be positive when you do something like that, right?
Well, I wore a tie. I was trying to do the right thing. I had hardly drank anything that morning.
That's probably a good start.
Do you have any inspiring words for us?
Don't have Chris Greeley on the radio. How's that for a start?
There you go. No, we want
your mic. Can we do that maybe? What the?
Can you write a list? Yeah, a list of wants. Good idea.
You guys are working under a cardboard box and a milk crate.
We could just, speaking of a milk crate.
Yeah, there is one down there, and there's actually one under.
I need to go down. Oh, you have a milk crate.
Oh, yeah,
there's one under my feet.
You guys are having budget issues too. Are you really? You're not short.
No, I learned.
Campbell's not short.
I learned something many, many years ago. Very few things have I learned, but. You know how when you go into a bar, they have a rail on the chairs? And that's if you stand, which I do, it is much more comfortable if you have that rail because you can put a foot up and it takes the pressure off your back.
Oh. Right.
So that's why I have the milk crate, so I can stand up there. Chris, did you just commit a goof off? Because we could do this all day long.
Somebody left the door unlocked and I saw a light on.
If you heard sirens this morning, the instructions to Chris as to how to get into the building before office hours was just blast your siren in the parking lot.
Who else? What other cop invites himself onto the radio with poor unsuspecting people right before Christmas?
No, we
trying to do their thing, and here comes Greeley with you got any snacks?
Anytime.
Hey, snacks. What the hell?
Yeah, did you bring snacks?
Excuse me, what the heck? Where are they?
It's in these fours. I brought you other stuff. I brought you Maine Chiefs of Police coins.
Yes, you did, and they're beautiful.
Guys.
I have a beautiful, tell me what it's called again?
So these are challenge coins, yes. Challenge coins from the Maine Chiefs of Police Association, of which I am a member.
This is probably...
And it's beautiful.
This is going to give me luck, right? Is it okay to touch it? Or should I leave it in the case?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
If I could carry this around, this is something.
You can. It's not big. I don't know if there's a problem.
This is nice.
I mean, it's like a quarter.
Hang on, I got to go to eBay and see what it's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, okay, we should get serious here. You're here because
I can't wait to be live on the radio. It's
coming up. This is
any minute now.
This is just a rehearsal. None of this stuff will get on the air.
Oh, thank goodness for my job security. That's good news.
No, we got a serious up here because you do some serious stuff around Christmas.
Well, we do some fun stuff. We do serious stuff too. But the Holden Police Department, this is the second year in a row. Thank you, by the way, for asking, for leading me into this. The second year in a row, Scott and Cindy, that the Holden Police Department is doing our 25 Days of Kindness, which goes from December 1st to, that's right, Christmas, 25 days. And in that time, it's a two-pronged endeavor. My guys at the police department do random acts of kindness, things they might not normally do in the community.
Right.
In addition to their regular work. And then we also do stuff for people in terms of like giving them food or giving them money or giving them, warm clothing or all kinds of stuff. So it's just kind of a lot of fun, and I'll be out there doing that stuff today.
What kind of a random act do you do? Like what would be one? Just give me an example. You don't have to say who the officer was. Or,
well, yeah. So no, I'm happy to do that.
Or you can,
I'm happy to do that. I'll give you an example from last December. Officer Kevin Harvey, who works for me, was, really getting in the spirit of this 25 Days of Kindness. And we have Sarah's house in Holden. So he's working the overnight shift, and around 3 in the morning, it had snowed. And he goes behind Sarah's house where all these folks are staying to get, family members to get cancer treatment.
Right.
And he brushes the snow off every car, right? So he's doing this all like secret squirrel. He's out there dancing around, right? Brushing all the snow off, doing a great job, right? Crushing crime. Bad boys, what you going to do, right? Mm. And he's thinking, I'm going to wipe the snow off every car, which he did. And then sneak out, which he thought that he did, except somebody saw him.
Right.
And then next thing you know, like a day later, these people show up with brownies and donuts and stuff at the PD. And I'm like, what's going on? And they said, we want to thank that policeman for wiping all the snow off our cars.
Very cool.
And it was, it's just a fun thing to do, and just a great thing by Officer Harvey. And, of course, it's all good.
So if you get pulled over in Holden right now, say because your registration is up, and get a ticket for the registration and Christmas cookies, is that what you're talking about?
No, we don't want to use names, just the initials, Cindy Campbell.
No. My registration is fine.
Somebody else in the building?
Sure it is.
Yes, sure it is. Right, and I sound good on the radio. Yeah. Anyway.
No, this is great. I love this. And then there's more to it than just random acts, right? You do...
You donate.
This is my radio silence. How'd you like that?
That's
that pregnant pause or whatever they call that.
Yeah,
professional
that's
broadcasting.
It. Very effective.
Which I really should have nothing to do with. So we do all kinds of stuff. I mean, like we've already made a $100 donation yesterday, $100 donation to the Bangor Daily News Salvation Army Santa's Helpers Fund.
Very nice.
Every December they have the Santa's Helper Fund to help the Salvation Army. We made a $100 donation yesterday. So some of the money comes from within the police department. You can tell I'm fully caffeinated. I'm going like 1,000 miles an hour. I'm just waiting to be fired to kick off the radio at any moment. So we're just like we raise money from within the police department, from within the town. Right. Members of the town council in Holden have donated money. People in the community, business people give us things, and we essentially just re-gift all that stuff.
That's wonderful.
And we give away, not one single penny comes from the town of Holden or the town's budget or the police department.
Funds you've raised.
It's all funds we've raised. And it's a lot of fun in the spirit of the season.
Very nice.
We love that.
Very nice.
How can we help you? This is
cash.
Great.
I want cash.
Okay.
Scott, come on. Come on. I saw your WT on the ground.
Well, I have this challenge coin if you wanted to sell this.
He's going to re-gift it.
You're doing it. Mostly I have cash. I don't have cash.
You are doing it right now by helping me on Q106.5.
I'll help
get
you
the word out about the Holden Police Department's 25 Days of Kindness.
Yeah.
You and Cindy and Town Square Media are helping us get the message out.
Good.
So, number one, if people think they could use some help, they can contact me at the Holden Police Department, Chris Greeley.
Right.
Or if they think they want to help, yesterday somebody dropped off 2 frozen turkeys.
Nice.
So, you know what I mean? We'll find a couple of families that could use that food around this time of the year. People have dropped off knitted mittens. They've dropped off returnables. They're cans and bottles, and we take them back, get a few bucks, and then go to maybe an area church or someplace else that could use some help, and that's what we do.
This is wonderful.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really is.
Get in touch with Chris Greeley at the Holden Police Department with donations and whatever you want to give. This is wonderful.
I appreciate
Good luck to you guys. Keep doing it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. And come back anytime.
Can I just stay? I actually don't have to leave.
I was just going to say. Chris is going to hang out. Good idea.